Hello, welcome to Outside Xbox. You're watching Show of the Week. I'm Mike.
And I'm Jane, and this week I performed social experiments on the Vault Dwellers in Fallout 4's Vault-Tec DLC for the betterment of mankind.
It hurts. Oh god, I feel sick.
Alright, sorry! I'm working on it.
Are you nuking me? What the hell?
My findings were inconclusive.
That's just a picture of the vault exploding.
Don't look at my findings.
Wow, well, at least they're eating well down there compared to the rest of the wasteland.
Oh, good point. That reminds me. Remove all food from vault.
Oh boy. Well, at least someone is eating well.
Those someones being the people you're making food for in Overcooked, the new cooperative cooking game from Ghost Town Games and Team 17. At least, most of the time. See, cooking in Overcooked is a somewhat chaotic affair, especially with more players, and just like a real kitchen, the tasks start to stack up as you try to prep food, cook it properly, serve it up to guests, and clean up the dirty dishes after they're done. All of that would be fine if you were cooking in a regular kitchen, but most levels in Overcooked would struggle to pass a health inspection, including, as they do, a frozen river with moving ice flows, a pirate ship that changes its layout as crates slide across the deck, and a pair of trucks that move together and apart as they race down a mercifully straight highway. That's when it becomes apparent that teamwork is the key to success in Overcooked. Everyone running around at once trying to do everything is a recipe for abject failure. Only by assigning roles and working together will you be able to make sure that those pirates get their soup on time rather than on fire, a small but important distinction. Overcooked is brilliant fun with a group of friends, and its chaotic gameplay and cute cartoony look immediately bring to mind other such madcap multiplayer games as Bomberman and Gang Beasts. Perhaps if those angry fighters in Gang Beasts had just sat down to enjoy a nice burger together, they wouldn't have to spend all their time throwing each other into flaming pits or off the top of Ferris wheels. Makes you think.
So what kind of food is it?
There's mostly delicious stuff like hamburgers and soup, but you have to keep an eye on things, otherwise everything gets a bit on fire.
Fire. Still more appetizing than plenty of stuff I've whipped up.
Fire is delicious, Mike. Think about it. Flame-grilled barbecue food, bananas Foster. That time I set light to a plate of 3-bean chili. I call it chili con flamey. By way of contrast with the delicious on-fire burgers of co-op cooking party game Overcooked, sample these least appetizing things we've ever cooked in a video game. Making a randomizer smoothie in Dead Rising 2 is a bit like making chili con carne in real life, in that you can add just about any ingredient thing and still end up with a chili con carne. I mean, a randomizer. Cooking oil, jelly beans, rotten hot dogs, mustard, beer, whatever you have hanging around in the fridge or can scrape up off the floor, it all goes in. The unfortunate side effect of this taste sensation is crippling stomach pain and copious vomiting, which makes it nothing like my signature chili con flamey. Don't let anyone tell you different. It's hard to imagine a world where a recipe that has the toe of a giant as a main ingredient is going to produce an appetizing treat. It's not the world of Skyrim, that's for sure, where you whisk up a batch of fortified carry weight potion on the old alchemy station with equal parts giant's toe and creep cluster, which is a kind of gnarled old root. Maybe creep cluster tastes like chocolate, hey, down the hatch. Pizza Tycoon was a harsh lesson in the cutthroat world of international pizza tycoonery, in which you had to tangle with loan sharks, mobsters, and, oh god, estate agents to make your pizza restaurant empire-owning dream a reality. As well as living on the sharp edge of capitalism, you were micromanaging the actual toppings on the pies in your pizzeria. You could concoct your own specialty recipe, which is how the Andy Supreme was born. This specialty pizza came with tomato, mincemeat, banana, and kiwi, garnished with a gooseberry and topped with a whole live lobster that you had to fight to get at your dinner. In focus group taste testing, it went down extremely well, with one guy who had previously lost all his taste buds in a tragic electric tongue scraper accident.
There's some food in this one.
If you're after something lighter and healthier, on the other hand, maybe turn and run the other way from Fallout 4's Deathclaw Omelette. It's made from the giant irradiated egg of a giant irradiated Jackson's chameleon. They say cooking is an art form, and the recipe writers of The Wasteland were sure to use some artistic license when they called this thing an omelette, because its only other ingredient is a bag of human blood. What are you going to do though? It's plus 115 hit points. Theme Park taught us many things, like the importance of proper queuing infrastructure. The most important thing though is that when you build a shack selling french fries to snacky, overstimulated, cash-rich park visitors, and you are seasoning those overpriced french fries, the only dangerous amount of salt is none. It turns out no matter how disgustingly, tongue-shrivelingly 90% of a lethal dose salty you make your fried treats, the good people of Andy World USA will buy them. What else are they going to do? Bring their own food with them? Not with my crew of security clowns shaking them down at the front gates. Better yet, the saltier your chips, the more overpriced sugary soft drinks those same guests will buy to quench their saltastic thirsts. I'm ready to accept my Nobel Prize for Services to Public Health now. Hello? Nobel Prize Committee? Probably got lost trying to find the studio.
Now it's time to see what's written in the comments and the end credits of Theme Park.
We're not waiting for you to finish Theme Park.
That's fine, you can start without me.
First up this week, your comments on this video about the bad guys in video games who had a point, now that we think about it.
But Batman isn't interested in long-term solutions. Anarchy even offers to team up with the Batman, giving Bruce the chance to channel his energies into something more positive.
I'd like to propose an alliance. I think the two of us could accomplish great things together.
See if you can guess what Batman's response is.
Monster!
Commenter RH Jr. has our number. They say, the only way you can believe these villains have a point is if you combine vast socio-political ignorance with badly skewed grasp of ethics.
Also, if you willfully misinterpret their intentions.
Right. Commenter Teo, meanwhile, thinks that the bad guys almost always have a point. Really?
Yep.
Almost always.
Yes.
The demon spider brain from the end of Doom.
Just wanted to make a better world for other demon spider brains.
Fair enough. Commenter Stratton Murphy chimes in to say, if Handsome Jack isn't on this channel is dead to me.
Oh man.
Fine, add Stratton Murphy to the list.
Whereabouts?
Below Microsoft and above that pet store that won't let you hug the dogs.
Done and done.
Next up this week, your comments on this video about the stars and the wars that take place therein.
I'll speed up
Get
a bit
it,
so I'm
get
not...
it, yes!
Yes, fly through the flames like a cool hero.
Woo, through the
Do a
shrapnel.
barrel roll, aileron roll, whatever it is.
roll, wee.
Noah Cyanez is excited, shouting, "This is finally happening! So long, jerks who steal my hero pickup every single time!"
While Thomas Henry is impressed. I applaud you guys really making it a challenge and not taking the easy way out by ignoring the lock-on function. I'm sure it was totally intentional.
Yeah, right, like, what does Luke Skywalker do when he wants to blow up a Death Star? He turns off his targeting computer. That's what us elite Jedi pilots do.
Right, that and the other things that commented David the Wavid noticed. He says, you know it's an Oxbox video when it starts with people screaming, crashing into each other and apologising in the first 5 seconds.
Oh, it's one of those sweet shuttle things.
Ah,
Oops, sorry.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Oh, wow. Shoulder barged by the Millennium Falcon.
I didn't realise you were parked right behind it. I blew up. I'm amazed your X-Wing came out
I
of that
know.
basically unscathed and
Who knew?
my Millennium Falcon's just exploded.
We're the plucky underdogs.
Sure. Finally this week, your comments on last week's show, which investigated We Happy Few and the most nightmare-inducing masks in games.
That's right, Andy. If you're after some facial wear to disturb your family and friends, I fully recommend you look to video games for a whole load of creepy-ass inspiration. I mean, that's what I would do if I were into creepy masks. Of course, I'm not. Moving swiftly on.
Commenter Bob Jones would like to make a suggestion of his own. What about Pyramid Head's head in Silent Hill? Does that count as a mask?
I mean, he's called Pyramid Head. Maybe that's just his head.
Or it's that his head is the same shape underneath that hat. It's just a giant pyramid of flesh.
Ugh, gross.
Oh, come on, it's nice that you managed to find a hat that fits at all.
True. Poor guy.
It's only when the E3 demo's main character, Arthur Hastings, which is the most English name ever, you guys, well done, stops taking his joy that he's labelled as a downer and ends up on the run.
As to my claim that Arthur Hastings is the most English name ever, commenter Ray Ironarmy 8 says, does no one remember Dragon Quest VIII and Jessica's two friends named Bangers and Mash? No, I am not joking. Those were really the names of two characters in that game.
That's what they should have called the guy in We Happy Few. Bangers N Mash.
Or Fish N Chips.
Or Terry Bull National Football Team.
Okay, too far. Right, I've got to go and finish up in the studio. Catch you later?
Yeah, can you lock the door so we don't get any more Pokemon hunters in here? Stealing all my Pokemon.
Finally, commenter Sonfan thinks he's put it all together, saying, working time machine, plans to the Death Star, and now an army of Pokemon? Does anyone else think Oxbox may be trying to take over the world? That or create a Pokestop in space?
That's ridiculous.
Right, we're trying to build a Pokemon gym in space. That way, no one will be able to reach it and take it over 5 seconds after we leave.
Wait, what?
Yeah, all the 10 coins in a 21-hour period will be ours.
What did we all agree?
Man.
You can have it back when you abandon your plans for a high Earth orbit Pokemon gym.
That's it for this week's show. Thanks for watching. Before you go though, I have the new terms and conditions for Outside Xbox here. I'm just gonna have to quickly go through them with you. It's about 70 or 80 pages. We might be here a while.
Can't I just press the like button to accept them without all the fuss?
Yes, you can. That's a great idea, Mike.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. All right, lunch.
Oh, I can't actually. I've got a meeting with the space engineers and the Pokemon guys about nothing. Don't even worry about it.
You can't spend all our money on a space station without running it by me first.
I think you should have read the new Outside Xbox terms and conditions, Mike.